This is the Kelty Grand Mesa 4. It's a 3-season tent. Could be used for backpacking. It weighs in at 6 pounds and 13 ounces. And if you're splitting the weight, you know, the poles, the tent, the fly, amongst 3 people or more, you might be able to get it down to a manageable weight, but for the most part, it's going to be better off used as a camping style tent. The Grand Mesa 4 is a 3-season camping tent, and based on the amount of mesh used in the canopy here, probably not going to be a good option for any sort of real cold weather camping. It does have a single front door and a full coverage rain fly with a vestibule that's created on the front. And you'll see that the tent is a simple 2-pole design. It's your classic wedge shape, and the tent uses DAC aluminum poles, so you've got some lightweight, sturdy structure here. Tent body attaches to the pole structure through a series of clips. They're easy to work and very secure to the tent. You can take a look here at the setup. Here is your grommet point where the pole is going to connect to the body of the tent. These are not color coded and they don't need to be. You only have 2 poles, and any pole point can go in any of the 4 corners of this tent. You'll see here the half of the buckle. This is where the rain fly clips in, so it's a real easy, quick setup with the rain fly. And of course you have your webbing loop on the end here and the stake to anchor it to the ground. So the Grand Mesa 4 only has 1 door on the front here, but it is a very large door. You can see the design here kind of opens the entire front of this tent up, and there is a pocket on the inside here that allows you to stuff that door into it. So it's completely out of the way. It's not laying on the ground where people are going to trample over it. It gives you this huge opening at the front of the tent. It's going to be very easy to move gear in and out of the tent or have people moving in and out if the weather's good. And you've got this kind of fly off and the door folded back. So this really nice, comfortable opening on the front of the Grand Mesa 4. So I'm sitting inside the tent and you can get a pretty good feel for what the space is like in here. I know it's the Grand Mesa 4 and there is room to fit 4 20-inch wide standard sleeping pads side to side in here, but it is a very tight fit. And I think if you were 4 people using this tent, you'd probably be a little bit too tight, and I would consider this to be more for maybe 3 people or 2 people who wanted to bring their gear inside or had a pet with them. There are 4 pockets inside this tent. There are hanging pockets here on the sides. You have 2 on this side, 2 on that side. They're quite deep, and you can put a variety of stuff in there, so it gives you a way to kind of clear up the floor space and get little items into storage. This tent does not come with a gear loft, but there are tabs at the roof here, so you can purchase one separately and hang it up there. And there's obviously enough headspace here that you could really load up a gear loft and not have it hanging low enough that people would be bumping their heads on it. There's a huge amount of mesh used in the canopy of this tent, and it's going to be exceptional for any sort of hot or humid camping. Great breathability, tons of air is going to move through this tent, and this is all that like no seam netting, so it's definitely going to protect you from bugs. And of course there's that full coverage fly that you can add on if the weather's going to get bad. But the Grand Mesa 4 is going to be a great option for any sort of hot weather camping, and if you've got a couple people that can split up the weight, it's going to be a good option for backpacking as well. Grand Mesa 4 comes with a full coverage rain fly. Seams are sealed, it's waterproof and ready to go. And you can see here there's a small vestibule created on the front. This is mostly offering protection over the door in the front of the tent. You could stow some small items underneath there, but it doesn't allow for a large amount of stuff to be stowed there, but it does offer protection across the front of the tent. So let's take a look at the connection point of the tent and the poles. You can see here as your pole comes down, it fits into a grommet. You've got your webbing piece here. The half of the buckle you see here is where the fly locks in, and then you have an adjustment point there. And of course you have your webbing loop that the stake goes through to anchor the entire thing to the ground. So take a closer look at the point at the edge of the tent body where the poles connect. You can see here there's a grommet and the pole fits into that easily. These webbing pieces are color coded. There are 2 silver and 2 orange, and they do match up with the corners of the fly. So you can see silver webbing matches with silver webbing. That way you know which corner of the fly goes where. And the buckle system you see here is how you connect the fly to the tent. It's a quick Fastex buckle, and then you have an adjustment point there so you can pull tension on the fly. And of course you have a webbing loop here at the end that you can anchor the stake through to anchor the whole thing securely to the ground.